go through the education is always tough. It's not only about the learning process. Also for you, you study abroad, everything you need to take care by yourself. No one can help you. And then I can see that
Yes.
the difficulty is very stressful too. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so after you graduate, so how you transition from your school to your work, can you share with us?
After graduation, you have 2 months to find a job. If you don't, you have to leave. So I think I stayed 1 month exactly without a job. And I didn't have money because the scholarship ended. So I saved a lot of money by going to this. There was a housing. It was so cheap. So like $200 per
Wow.
month. And I saved all. I went and I chose the cheapest one I could find on Craigslist. The cheapest one. I didn't care about any kind of
Condition.
if I have my own bed or if I just wanted to stay in the U.S. because I wanted the and I didn't tell even my parents about the story.
Okay, so when
uh,
you can share, you can go for it, but yeah.
yeah, so I found this cheap place because I wanted to stay and to get to the practical
Mm,
experience because else I really also didn't know why I wanted it, but I know now if I didn't get it, I was going to be a very different designer. I'm
mm,
really glad I did. So I really fought to have this, and it was really challenging. It was really bad living situation. The condition was absolutely not cool. So I just wanted to stay. And then I did, and I found a job and that was in East LA also. But then I found a job in Santa Monica, so I had to
wow.
travel 2 hours. And then I found a cheap housing in
Santa Monica.
closer to Santa Monica and West LA, I think, in LA. And it was 45 minutes riding on my bicycle, so it was cool. It was like in Santa Monica, close to the beach. I ride my bicycle and I didn't mind. And I found this cheap room. So when I went for the application, I told her like, if you didn't accept me for this room, I'll have to go back to my country. This is it. You accept me to this room, or else I will never be able to afford living in Santa Monica. And my father didn't want me to stay in LA or in the US. He wanted me to come back to Saudi.
Mm.
So I had to do it all by myself. So she gave me the room. I'm so glad she did.
Wow.
And I stayed in this room for 2 years exactly.
Mm.
And she was really good person. It was good experience.
Wow. So this is a kind of at a turning point to your life, right? So you
It is.
graduate, you kind of suffer with different things. You need to get a job. You want out your financial support, and then you have to move on. So I'm glad you have a nice person can help you at this time
Yeah.
to went through this transitions. So I remember when we worked together, you are one of the talented grasshopper and parametric designers to do all kind of fun projects. So I would like to turn to your show now. So would you mind share your creative work, that not necessarily from your professional, but also whatever kind of creative work. I really want to see it. So would you mind share with us?
Okay. Sure. So how about we start with a chronicle disorder order, sorry.
Okay, have this, have
Like
this.
from
Uh,
my
show you the best you want to show it first.
the best.
The best of the
Oh,
best.
I'm kidding. So okay, I'm gonna start with this project. It's architectural project. It is the most recent one I got in 2000. What year are we in? 2021. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
So this client came to me and he wanted a temporary pavilion, but he wanted to work in there and do some events. So he wanted this structure that is lightweight, portable. They can change the location. He wanted to focus on a room called the Diwania. and he wanted it to look futuristic. And I suggested that we could 3D print the like blocks, and the students, because it is in the college
Mm.
campus, he can give the students a workshop about how to design, and then allow the students to be part of building the pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
So I was researching about the lightest way to create design, and I found this Volt. Like, do you know Rhino Volt?
Yeah,
It's
we
a
know
plugin
Gaudi
inside
too.
Rhino.
Yeah, we know Antoni Gaudi, so he is amazing architect.
Yeah, so Antonio Gaudi is the one who did this here, these two pictures. So the idea about this, what is called vaults, is that you build by blocks, and then it stayed in its place by the force of compression.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea was it's available to disassemble and assemble and reassemble again. So this is the final form, and in this in what's called Rhino Volt, it actually calculates the weight, and it shows you if the structure is sound.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with this design, and I will show you the design concept in a bit. So all of these are vaults and arches, a dome. It's a structure. It's a very complex structure, but it is structural, and it will look eventually like this one. There are this building and then this building here on the side.
Mm-hmm.
They have these patterns inside, and you have this complex spatial architecture, spatial volume,
Mm-hmm.
and these are inspirational images on the right for the client to imagine how this might look like. And then, so that's how it would look. When I designed this structure, I see like a lot of people when they design this, they cover it with the glass, and I think glass ruins the space, the continuity of the space. So I really hated
Mm-hmm.
building glass walls. So the idea was to build different structures for the building for the company. They wanted it actually they wanted each department to be completely separate, and then build the structural elements in between as shading system.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually a picture from very many, the company that also uses this idea of design. So I wanted it to look into the outdoors like these images, and it is going to be in a space that is very desert-like. It's not built yet, so it would look like something of arches around the main departments. So this is the concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then the form of it, I wanted to use their logo or something that is personal to the corporate. And then every time I use the A and D together, the form structure never is structural. It was really hard to get it to be structural, so I just combined them together, and then I got this shape, which is
Mm.
the final shape I used. And
Gotcha.
I wanted to keep this dot because they emphasize it in their logo, but to give it a spatial value, not only a graphical value. So you actually can feel the dot, you can go through it, and they can create a story around it. They can have projection and all kinds of different ideas to represent their brand. So there are different um, iterations that I went through to create the design. Yeah, every time I get the A and D together, it's just too hard for it to be structural. And then when it is structural, it looks a bit weird. It can be done, but it didn't look as nice.
Hmm.
So yeah, I usually send the whole process that I do to my clients.
Wow.
But
One thing I really
yeah,
enjoy your presentations. We work together. You always know me that I always show the final product, but I really
yes,
enjoy the way you show the process, and then this is kind of behind the scene. That's very cool, and then I can see that the concept you very creatively to translate the logo as a design element and then added the parametric ideas to define the form and structure. That's pretty amazing. And also I really like you I believe that you when I'm doing my grasshopper, I really like to do structural study, so to understand, to break down every single components. I'm really happy to see you kind of break down the components to be a fabric and able to do the fabrication. That's very cool.
yes.
I love it.
I'll show you the Rhino file now. You're gonna see the details. There are things that need to be cleaned, but
Hmm.
it is very developed, very advanced.
Ah,
I think. I
neat.
think. I mean,
So yeah, so maybe for the definition, let me think about, maybe we are going to schedule another workshop. Maybe this is better for the workshop because I know that in my school, not
yeah.
Sire, from my community college, a lot of students they may want to learn more grasshopper parametric. This would be perfect. I'm going to have a conversation with my school after this interview, and I will I'll bring it down to see where we can create a workshop. Yeah. So what is
Actually,
the
when I did, so
oh,
these are the blocks that are going to be printed. I hope.
wow,
I hope they get it done. I hope it actually. It was really expensive to make, and it's gonna take a long
long
time,
time.
a lot of time on the
What
machine.
what kind of
So
material are you going to use for the
I'm
fabric?
gonna show you. It is the last
Okay,
slide.
keep going, please.
So this is it, and then there's another angle of the other geometry of how it might be the blocks of it, the building blocks. So I really like sculptural forms and organic ones. That's like in my DNA. I really love Zaha Hadid style. I admire her so much. I want to be her in a way.
Hmm.
Um, so I really follow that in my designs. I really make them. I try as much as I can to make them sculptural.
Hmm.
So actually, when you said about cooperating with students in a workshop, I developed this design so the students can also create the same designs every time we give them the workshop. So
Hmm.
we actually can do this with you because it is developed in that sense. Here, I had this problem because every time you extrude the surface of the block, you get this gap.
Oh,
But
I
then I
see.
fixed it. I fixed it, and
Oh,
then
I
I had
see.
another problem. So I fixed it here. It's like you can see it exactly from both sides. It fits perfectly, and I created here just a shape. I just wanted to see if it can translate the shape. So that was during the process, and that's what how it might look like. And then
Hmm.
I figured out I was afraid that it would move to the right, to the side, or up and down. So this shape was like the strongest one. Like you can't go up or you can't go right or left. So I created this shape, but then it was trouble. It um, it deformed so much, like it
Hmm.
didn't get the shape done when I applied it parametrically to the surface.
Um,
It looks like this eventually, which is cool, but I don't know if it actually would,
yeah.
stay.
So yeah,
And
for the technique, I saw that you can consider, because when you offset the surface, sometimes because by the Rhino definitions, you cannot control go to which direction. Sometimes it will go to the same direction you like, sometimes will go opposite. right? So
Exactly. Yes.
I work with Johnson, we found a solutions. Maybe this will help you in the future. So we evaluate two surfaces, and then
And
when you want to get the small one, you measure the area. We and
yeah.
then select the
And
small
then you
area.
call out the bigger one. Yeah.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
get the
So.
point. But the thing is, I figured it out. I will show it to you in the Rhino. There was little things that you wouldn't believe that it would happen. It took me so long to get it right. It
Mm,
just I don't even know how I fixed it. It was by coincidence,
mm,
really. So the interior, I wanted to create these kind of interior coming from the pattern.
mm-hmm,
It's not finalized because this is
mm-hmm,
the first step with them. We didn't go to the second step. So it's something like might be a sitting area or a table, like for people to get around. And these are like all reference images on the right. And then this pattern would might be like lighting system, LEDs.
mm.
And eventually, I found this in a university in Germany. I forgot its name. Sorry. They created this blocks, and these are different projects.
It's a
So it
transparent
might look like
interior.
this, like transparent, and the joints will always be shown, like here, you know.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
let me show you the rhino.
Oh, so this is the latest one.
Yeah, so this is the latest one, and it is very advanced, but it is not perfect yet. I'd
Hmm.
really be honest.
No, I can see you have structure, you have form is well defined. That's kind of cool. And also I can see construction joints.
Yeah, the joints, um, as you see here, can you see like
Yes, I can see the
the
small block inside or
yeah,
your piece. Yeah.
no, no, I mean the faces of the mesh. I realized that if the mesh was only one face, you know, if it wasn't divided, it will not be curved. Like it will not go to this side. It will go straight perpendicular to the ground. So I had to add segments to the mesh so it would go perpendicular to the faces.
Mm,
You know, it was parallel to the ground. I mean, it would go parallel to the ground.
got
And
you.
that was, I don't know, it was after the 1000, the thousands, I don't know, of trial. Yeah, this is it.
Hmm. So cool. Hey, really like this project. I believe that this will, when I have a workshop, I definitely want to invite you to explain more in detail about the concept for me, and then also the definition generation. So that's so cool.
Okay,
So
thank
hopefully,
you.
oh yeah, one thing I want to ask you.
Sure.
So you still in the design process, right?
Yes, yes, it is. So we are final, like the form is finalized,
Mm,
but now they want to see if they can afford it, you know.
mm.
It's really gonna be very expensive. I found a way to make it cheaper, but it's still expensive. And
Hmm.
yeah, so this part actually is architecturally sound, like
Mm,
by definition. But this one needs to be studied because
mm,
this is made in different way. I
mm.
just created the shape basically, like as I
Got
liked, but this one was it was made through the process of making it of the vault.
yeah. I want to. Yeah. I think maybe we can do some fundraising for this project. I can see that this has great potential.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then
That would be fun.
I really like that you design this this space based on you can detach with other modules and then we can
Yes,
get you the whole thing, but at least to get a small section. Yeah, we can have another separate conversation about this project. Hey, would you mind share more about your project? I think this is fantastic. I want to learn more.
thanks. Thank you. So, um, let me show you a fun project. I think
Okay.
it's really
Oh.
small project.
Mm-hmm.
So this graph animation is not mine. It's unknown resource. But
Mm-hmm.
the idea was to this group, the one that they have their logo here, a Rochade group.
Mm-hmm.
So they are in the petroleum and construction.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to create a design that is taking from petrol, like oil, and for a structural design. So it was just a booth or pavilion they had. So I gave them these two proposals, and then they chose this one. So I was just the way I use, because these projects they want you a design in a week or less, and you already have a lot of projects. So I usually use reference images. So I'm going to do something closer to this. So these are the reference images, and these for the second proposal. And then we created this wall for them,
Mm.
and I have this 3D printed part. Can you see it in my view?
Okay. Wow. So this is the actual 3D print.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so this is 3D
Can you
printed,
can
but
you
this,
rotate and then I can our audience can see it?
yeah,
Wow. Wow, that's
it's really
so
fun.
cool.
I mean, this design is done so many times. You don't want to design it, but it made sense for them. You know,
All right.
it makes sense. Like they are in oil and gas,
Mm,
and it's like structure
mm,
because they are also in construction.
mm. So,
You know,
wow. What is this structure? Is what is the usage for this structure? Is this a installation or is this a
it was in a very big exhibition, oil and gas exhibition called Activa,
mm,
and they are oil company. So, and in their construction, I think they built the rigs, the
mm-hmm.
platforms where they dig for oil from. So there is this exhibition where everybody comes in from the industry of oil and gas. Everybody, it's a big thing. It happens in my city, I mean, because we are in the oil and gas business.
Wow. Cool.
So
So
yeah,
do you have time to show us a few more cool projects?
I do have a few more fun projects, or what kind of projects you want. So
Um,
I'm gonna show you what kind.
I want to see the project in your country. What kind of, because I think that one of the big uh uh country to consume parametric design is Saudi. So I really want to
I
see that.
I know what you mean, but the funny thing is, I don't get to design them.
Hmm.
They only get it from big firms like the one we used to work for,
Mhm.
because yeah, I don't seem cool person for them because I'm from the mom. It's like, oh, you're the mommy.
Mm,
But if I was Spanish or Italian or I don't know,
mhm.
I would be, I mean, their best go-to designer. But yeah, they have this issue here. And I remember the chair actually told me once, and I was insisting that I will practice in Saudi Arabia, and he told me in 5 minutes everything that I went through here now in 4 years. Yeah, exactly. He said them in 5 minutes.
Oh, so as you're saying,
Yeah.
your country more willing to hire the designer outside the country, right? So and
Yes,
then I see. It's not only your country.
I know.
This is not only the culture in your country. I see that, more like the Asia country, they also have the same ideas because they feel the people, the designer from the United States, they will be more creative, they will have more experience. But I don't think this is 100% true because you
No, it
learn
isn't.
architecture, you learn parametric, you learn design in the United States.
Yes.
You learn the fabrication in here, and then
Yeah.
this is already have a very organic a transition from this point to point A to point B. Yeah, so hopefully, I know that you work very hard. Hopefully, you will get better and better to overcome this
Thank
difficulty.
you. Okay. I hope so.
Oh, okay. So I think that the interview is almost there. So I would like to go to the next sections to wrap up our conversations today. So in your college, would you mind share with us what is your favorite college tradition in your school?
I think design schools actually really makes us very introverts. So culture is really limited. Interactions are really limited. I don't know, but as I said, that our group was something of another world. We were all together, and we had a lot of traditions. We have like nicknames for each person in the group. We like a fun things.
So
I think we all girls because we lived in the annex. It's like a building next to the main building. So when we wanted to go to the bathroom, we all girls go together at the same
oh,
time.
interesting.
It's
So
absolutely funny, but we really did.
no, this is more like the social gathering, right? So that when you want to break out and then you just want to go all together. That's
No,
fun.
actually, we it was because it's scary. Sometimes we stay there at 3 a.m. I don't
Oh,
know. And there are coyotes and where we and sometimes bears and snakes.
in
You
your
know, the first thing we came to the when we first came to our center in the orientation day, they give you a whistle. They say if you encounter any wild animal like lion and cats or like what they call them, like
line
coyotes or like the cats,
coyote.
mountain cats.
Wow.
Yeah, whistle this. So I used to wear a whistle.
Oh, I
In
remember. I
that.
remember when I met you in the beginning. I still
I
saw.
loved it. I really loved it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, oh,
yeah. I know. I had really great fun stories with it. Once I was coming from the customs in the airport,
uh-huh.
and the lady was like, "Is this a bullet?" And she grabbed it and she looked at it like, "Oh no, it's a whistle." It was funny.
That's so funny. So, and also, can you share with us three favorite designer that their work is influence your design and your life more of the time?
Sure, of course. The great Zaha Hadid, of course, and then Jason Plarsky, my teacher. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, I'm very influenced by his lectures, by his designs, ideas. And then third one, I think in furniture, I'd say someone called Peter Obzevek.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's Norwegian. I'm sorry, he's Scandinavian, but I'm not sure which country. And he wrote this really cute and advanced book about sitting, rethinking sitting, which is
Hmm.
really cool. It's really awesome. It's I don't know. It's very complex, but it's all in drawings and actually in prototypes of his designs. And it's just another way of seeing furniture. And I know I am very um, influenced by this book and him.
Mm.
If you search for him now, I'm sure you have seen his project so many times, but you didn't know his name.
I
I
see.
can share it with you if you
Sure,
want.
yeah, please do it. Please do it.
Let's do that. Yeah, this guy. He's really cool. Wait. Let's see.
Oh.
He was Norwegian. He is Norwegian. He's really cool. You know this chair? It's like very famous.
I remember it. Yeah.
He is sincerely awesome person. I never met him. I wish I do.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't in my luck to meet Zaha, but I really hope I meet him.
Mm. Because also
So
you.
you see,
Mm-hmm.
his idea is like you stay in the same place, very comfortable, and you go from relaxing, like leaning down to work on a surface in front of you. You
Oh,
know,
so you can
there's
lean
like this
back.
idea that you're moving through actions in the same place. I really
Mm.
like it.
Wow.
And this idea is insane. Look at. I'm not sure if that fits, but I know.
I
This is
like the tree. I like the tree style. Yeah, the chairs.
this one is like based on all the angles where your body like is gravitated, I think, to the ground.
Hmm.
You know, all these places like your leg, your knees. It's really wonderful. I really like his work. So that's my third favorite, or like third influence for influential. Do you want to see Jason Blarsky? You
Sure.
will when I think they're called Machine Histories. Yeah, that's him. He's also wonderful. I'm very influenced by him, like because he had great knowledge in parametrics. Everything is parametrics. I think he does. I'm not sure, but I think I assume. I
Hmm.
really believe so.
Hmm.
So he did this huge pavilion from. So they had this
Concrete. Is it
fabric,
the?
and
Oh,
then
okay.
it was poured with concrete. You know,
Oh, I see.
it's really an awesome project. Like,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, this project I heard about it. It is with Arduino, so
Hmm.
it has this sensing. If when you touch the paper
Oh,
here, it will react or create a sound. I think.
wow. They do Adreno to get their interactive approach with their audience within the space. That's amazing.
Look at this one, like fabricating with CNC. It's awesome.
I
I
always
don't
like
have favorites.
CNC.
I think all of them are my favorites.
Wow.
I really like his work. And every project is completely different world, you know? It's everything
Hmm.
is it's a huge mind shifting. And
Hmm.
it is the same person. It's just he's the most creative person ever, I think. I mean, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know which one to choose. There are so many.
Wow. This is a nice uh decoration. This is a video games.
Yeah, I don't know really, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably the weapon within the video games. Coffee table. Wow. They have their six S's robotic arm to do the CNC. That's nice. Oh, this is the cover.
The phone. I
Mm,
don't know. Oh, so they can put it on the side, I think. So
wow.
they can it's two I think it's three axes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a smart way to do it. You use the angle. I mean, this project is cool. Look at the, look at this.
Oh,
Oh my God.
this is so lovely. I like the
I really like his work because,
I like this
he
texture.
creates these patterns and textures that look so Baroque, but not in the old Baroque way, but in this very futuristic modern way,
Mm-hmm.
like contemporary way.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Wow. I wish I can
I like
afford
it.
it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because now you see new shapes, you see new patterns, you see new ornamentations coming from different minds, from different ideas. I really love his work. It's completely
Mm-hmm.
inspirational. Everything you open is inspirational.
Yeah. Hey,
I
Sonia.
believe.
So, yeah, I really want to keep going, but seems like we have to end our
Yep.
interview very soon. Let me ask you a few more questions here.
Sorry.
So yeah, I know you do a lot of creative work. So yeah, with our audience want to contact you to learn more about you. What is the best way they can contact you?
Now I officially use my Instagram because that's what everybody uses in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
So SANAYAW Instagram. And I also have Elmesnet.
Do you have
That's it.
LinkedIn? Do you have
I
LinkedIn?
do have LinkedIn. Yes.
Uh, what is your LinkedIn account?
S Alabdulwahed, I think.
All right. Yeah, I will put your link in contact informations yeah after the interview so that everyone can contact Stoner after the post. So also, yeah, I wish everyone will support this channel. So I try to interview different students to showcase their work, and also we can have more synergy about design education and how to support the international student. So please subscribe and share our channels, and then hopefully other people will join our channel to get more conversation. So I would like to say thank you, Sana. So I would like to say goodbye and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chi, and good luck in your project. I'm really excited for it.
Oh,
Good job.
bye. Bye.